Well, folks, it's that time of the year again. And you know what that means? It means if you have wood heat, you're going to have to start a fire. And I'm going to show you how to start a fire with one match, no paper, no gasoline, or any other flammable substances. A couple of things that we're going to need to start with is some bone-dry kindling, some well-seasoned firewood, and of course, a place to burn that firewood. The most important thing to remember is that the success of your fire begins before you even light the match. You have to build it. Now you're going to need like a couple of pieces of kindling. That's it. Cedar kindling works the best, but you can use other kinds. So what I do is I split this about a quarter or maybe about 3/16 of an inch thick, and split it into little pieces, just like so, or strips should I say. Split it into strips. And like I said, you don't need very much of this stuff, because what you're going to want to do is build a hot fire. From that hot fire, you'll be able to burn just about anything. Notice how I already have a piece in the fire, or in the wood stove. So I break those up. I'll take some smaller pieces of wood like this to lean them on, and just randomly place those on there, having them go in generally one direction. You want some spaces in between so that it can breathe. For this one I need a little bit more space here, so I'll just add that on there. And then what we do is we take some intermediate sized pieces of wood, and if you can split it up like this, flat wood doesn't burn very well, so it works better if you split it up. So leave a little bit of space in between the wood. This one's kind of borderline, so I'm just going to cut a chunk off of there. Use that for another piece. Intermediate. One match. And then once you're sure of ignition, you can shut the door. But not all the way. Leave it open about a quarter to a half an inch until the rest of that gets going. And that should take about 2 or 3 minutes. One thing to make sure of is that your draft is all the way open. In this case, that's closed and that's open. Different wood stoves have different functions. The draft allows the air to move through there, and you're going to want as much air as you can going through there at the beginning of your fire. And then later on, once the fire is going good and hot, you can close it down. At this stage, the fire is going well enough where you could add another piece of firewood or two. You can shut the door all the way. In about 5 more minutes, you can close off the draft, but not all the way. And that's all there is to it. Remember, you don't need any paper, lighter fluid, or gasoline. And it's as simple as that. Enjoy your fire and stay warm.